What's up? It's Jan, back at it again with another nerdy bookish video. So today I hit 1K. I literally hit 800 this afternoon, and then I was on Sprint with Deja from Deja's Book World and four other friends for Becca's Bookoplathon. Oh my gosh, it was wild. Everyone was growing. Thank you all so much for subscribing to all of us. It literally means the universe. Like, I can't even explain. I can't think about it for too long or I'll start sobbing. And I'm already in my feels, okay? I had a Mike's Hard earlier. I'm a Cancer. It's gonna happen. So I'm just gonna say thank you and move on. Today we're doing the reading habits tag. I was going to do the aesthetically pleasing book tag, but I figured since there are so many more of you now, this would be kind of a good way to like kind of get to know me. I apologize for posting 2 tag videos in a row. I promise a vlog will come on Wednesday. It'll be my 3rd week of Tis a Damn Readathon, so stay tuned for that. But for now we're doing the reading habits tag, and I have it pulled up on my computer, and hopefully this goes well and I could get this up by tomorrow. Okay, so question number 1, do you have a certain place at home for reading? Also, sorry for this blinding ass light. Like, I was trying to take Instagram photos and I moved my light right here and I'm just like too lazy to move it back. So here we are. Do I have a certain place at home for reading? Yes. No. I have like multiple places. I have very limited space because it's a 1-bedroom apartment, but I like to read either in my bed or on this reading chair or on my couch, or honestly just laying on the floor. So not really a certain place, but I mean, my favorite is my bed, I would say, but I always fall asleep. So I'm gonna say this reading chair because I call it my reading chair, and that is where you would read if you call it said name. Next question. Bookmark or random piece of paper? Bookmark! Let me know if you want a bookmark collection, because Hannah from Hannah's Recent Reads says she wants to see one. She commented on my like video ideas question on Instagram. Put in this little witch's brew mug. I get a lot of them from small businesses or Books A Million when I go to Atlanta to visit Xavier's mom. Sometimes I would use my tabs if I'm like too lazy to find my bookmark, because I lose them a lot, like just depending on where I sit and stuff. Used to use random pieces of paper all the time. Receipts, napkins I've used, post-its, checks, coupons, you name it. But now I've grown my bookmark collection, so I like to match them to my books, and it's a good time. Question number 3, can you just stop reading, or do you have to stop after a chapter / a certain amount of pages? I could just stop reading. I've literally stopped mid-sentence many times. If I'm sleepy, I'm sleepy. If I have to do something, if I think of something, like I will just stop mid-sentence. I try to at least finish the sentence, but I could just stop reading. I don't have to end a chapter or anything. It doesn't bother me unless it's a really good part. Then I do want to finish the chapter, or if it's like a really short chapter like in thrillers, if it's like 3 pages long, I'm like, okay, let me just finish this chapter before I go to bed or whatever. But yeah, I know a lot of people who are like, no, I need at least a page break. Number 4, do you eat or drink while reading? Yeah, all the time. My favorite reading snack is those Ritz chips, the toasted chips, the sour cream and onion flavor. Not the thin crisps, but like the regular ones, just the toasted chips. They're my favorite. I eat them in my vlogs all the time. I drink coffee while I read all the time. I drink alcohol when I read, which is not a great idea because I end up not understanding what I'm reading after a while. When I'm alone, like when Xavier's not here, I usually, well, even when he is here, whenever I eat like a meal, just have my book next to me if I feel like reading. Number 5, multitasking, music or TV while reading. I've recently started listening to ambiance videos on YouTube, whether it's a fireplace crackling, or one of my friends showed me a Victorian era ambiance, which is so nice. It has like rain and horses, hooves. Oh my god. Do you guys say hooves or hooves? Like roofs or roof? Nope. Roofs? Roof. What the fuck am I saying? Anyway, horses walking on cobblestone, crows. It's a good ambiance. During the holidays, I was listening to this ambiance video where Christmas music was playing, but like from another room, so it was like muffled, and it was just so calming, and like snow was falling, but, like wind was blowing. Like, it was like a snowy day and Christmas music was playing in another room. I love that one, and I don't even like Christmas music. I could listen to music if they don't have lyrics or if I don't know the lyrics. Like indie folk music I like listening to, or like acoustic pick anything I could listen to while reading, but I've tried watching vlogs or like shows while reading, can't do it. Vlogs sometimes, and I just like read during the B-roll clips, but yeah, that's just like too much. One book at a time or several at once. Oh my god, I'm the queen of reading like 7 books at once. Everyone already knows. Right now I'm reading, I want to start from Blood and Ash so badly, but I'm already reading 1, 2, 3, 4 other books, and they're all like pretty big books, and it just like stresses me out. But I literally like accomplish more when I read more than one book because I'm a mood reader, so I try to make them all different genres as much as possible. I've been reading 2 fantasies at a time lately, and it's been a struggle, but we're getting through. But yeah, like I have House of Leaves, and then A Court of Mist and Fury, one of the good ones, The Simple Wild, and then I want to start from Blood and Ash, so like it's a mixture. But yeah, from Blood and Ash, I don't know if that would be a good idea with ACOMAF at the same time, but I really just want to start it. I'm gonna start it on like Monday anyway, so let's be real, it's gonna happen. Next, reading at home or everywhere. Everywhere! I bring a book with me everywhere. That's why I have 7 book sleeves, because I bring them everywhere. I don't want to ruin my books. Even if I'm just like standing in line at like the post office or whatever, the bank, I don't know, the doctor's office, I read on my phone, like through Libby, or if I happen to bring my headphones, I read while grocery shopping, or you know, when I take a walk, when I run. I rarely take walks, I don't even know why I said that, but when I run, and at home obviously. But did I even finish that thought where I like accomplish more? I just feel like if I read chunks of each book, like it feels like they're going faster than if I just go with one book at a time. Does that make sense? Okay, next. Number 8, reading out loud or silently in your head. Oh my god, I can't believe this is a question, because we need to normalize reading out loud, as my friend Kat said. I do read a lot silently in my head, but I also, like, especially when I'm home alone, I like to like hear the words, like the way the author wrote them. So I read out loud a lot of the times when I'm alone, especially on days that like I haven't socialized at all. I just start reading out loud, and it like practices my articulation and stuff, you know? Am I the only one? Please don't tell me I'm the only one, because I honestly kind of really enjoy reading out loud. But is that just me? Please comment down below. Next, do you read ahead or even skip pages? No. I used to read the last sentence of every book before I start it. I don't know why, just to like see how it wraps up, but that just like, I don't know why I did that. I was young and naive. Now, no, I don't. I know someone who, like, if there are multiple perspectives in a book, and like if one chapter from one point of view, let's say, ends in a cliffhanger, she like skips until that person's perspective again, just to see how that plays out, I guess. And I was like, no, I don't do that. I can't relate. I don't know why I just sang there. But breaking the spine or keeping it like new? I try my best to keep it like new, but I prefer paperbacks to hardcovers. So for like those thicker books, it's really hard to keep them intact. Like ACOMAF is struggling right now, and I feel like From Blood and Ash is gonna struggle too. For hardbacks, I definitely try not to break the spine. That's just cruel, you know? Next, do you write in your books? I highlight and tab in my books. I rarely ever write in them because I'm just scared like I'll get lazy and my handwriting will look awful. But yeah, I definitely highlight in all the books I own for like years now. I have no shame in writing in my books. But yeah, I annotate pretty much all the books I read that I own. Obviously, I don't annotate library books, but if I'm reading a nonfiction library book, I keep a journal and write notes in there from those. But fiction library books I don't do anything with. But every book I own, I highlight in, tab, and I write notes in my reading journal, like favorite quotes and things that I need to remember that are crucial to the story. But yeah, otherwise I just highlight. Number 12, when do you find yourself reading? Morning, afternoon, evening, or whenever you get the chance, or all the time? Whenever I get the chance, literally. I used to wake up early and then read as soon as I open my eyes. Always read before bed, but also just like whenever I feel like it. Number 13, what is your best setting to read in? Just like super cozy. If I'm like in comfy clothes and in my like soft blanket and in bed, like with a cup of coffee, some ambiance, maybe a candle lit. I haven't lit a candle in a while. I don't know what I'm saying. And maybe a snack. I also find myself reading more and being more focused while I read at night because I don't have to think about work for the rest of the day. Like I could just stay up and read until whenever I want. I'm not thinking about deadlines or anything. It's just like my time because, you know, my bosses are asleep. So that's why I like 24-hour readathons a lot, because I tend to read a lot when I'm the only one awake. What do you do first, read or watch? Definitely read, with the exception of Normal People by Sally Rooney. I watched it first. I read like like a few pages and I couldn't get into the writing style. So I watched the show anyway and it was phenomenal. And then I ended up listening to the audiobook afterwards instead of reading it physically. And it was an experience, let me tell you. And that's how I suggest to consume that series as well, or that story as well, in that order. Watch the show and read it as an audiobook. But yeah, reading the book first for sure, because I feel like watching after reading, like you still have that anticipation factor where you're like, who are they casting for these characters? Like, how's the acting gonna be? How are they going to adapt this original story or whatever? If it was vice versa and I watched it first and then I read the book, there's no thrill, there's no excitement. Like, I know exactly what's going on. I know the basis of the story, unless they're drastically different, which is like, what's the point then? Does that make sense? I don't even know. What form do you prefer? Audiobook, ebook, or physical book? Physical for sure. I didn't start reading audiobooks until I got Libby. Same with ebooks, actually. I hate ebooks, but if that's my only choice, like let's say I don't own it, if it's not available physically at the library and it's on Libby as an ebook, then I will read it as an ebook. But it'll just be like certain genres. Same with audiobooks, like really quick, either thrillers or romances. Fantasy, I have to read physically. I can't any other way. I would most likely DNF if it were fantasy or sci-fi. Because I DNF'd The Cruel Prince and Cinder recently because I tried listening to them on audio and I couldn't do it. And I like rarely DNF, so if that tells you anything, does it tell you anything? Who knows? Number 16, do you have a unique habit when you read? What does that mean? A unique habit. Like when I get to a new chapter, I always see how long it is at first. Before going into it, I match my bookmarks to my book covers. I try to match my tab colors, my book covers as well, as much as possible. I don't have a color system for my tabs. It just depends on the book, really. I think that's all I could think of. I mean, my reading journal, there aren't many unique things, but I've been reading 100 pages a day or more since December, and I keep track of that every day. Yeah, we're gonna move on. Number 17, do book series have to match? Okay, they bother me more now than before I was like very active on BookTube, but I mean, they're nice when they're matched, like don't get me wrong, but it doesn't, like I know people who would literally buy books over if they don't match. Like it would make them match and spend more money unnecessarily, I guess, to make a match. But like for A Curse So Dark and Lonely, I have that in paperback, and that was before I cared about matching my series. And then I also bought it at the same time as the second one in hardcover, and then I got the third one in hardcover too because it just came out, and I'm not gonna buy the hardcover of the first one just because they don't match. Like Hannah gave me A Court of Silver Flames, but all my other ones are the paperbacks, but I'm not gonna rebuy A Court of Silver Flames when it comes out in paperback. Make sense? Makes sense. Oh, that was the last question. Nice, because my mouth is dry and I need some water in my life. I hope that was kind of entertaining. I feel so weird when I don't post vlogs. Like I like posting vlogs like every other video because I love filming them, editing them, and putting them up because you guys are more interactive with vlogs too. So I love when I post vlogs, but it be like that sometimes, okay? And you gotta resort to tag videos. If you want to do this tag, feel free to tag yourself and do it, and then link me to your videos if you did it because of me. Thank you so much for watching. Hope y'all had a wonderful day. Stay safe and stay positive always, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye.